Okay, everybody, we're back here at VCD. As the title says it, y'all know what we're doing today. It's gonna be a hopefully super quick install video. As you see, we got our trusty labor assistant. Actually, he's not even my assistant no more. He belongs to Lewis. Yeah, trusty labor assistant. He ain't free no more. And again, this install is not too hard, right, sir? Nope. What the labor assistant has done already is he's just disconnected this little sensor from the charge pipes. And if you guys recall the initial videos when we put this on, you saw how much of a pain in the rear end it is to put these because they're pretty tight on there. You just got to make sure that we loosen them enough, we get them off. And as you can see, the throttle body is hidden down right there. That is our throttle body. All right, let me show you this. Let me show you what the install looks like here. We've already opened it. Spoon does a great job of making sure they put you on the right path with everything. This is the Spoon Sports throttle body. Now for all you that are gonna talk, yeah, it doesn't have a Spoon Sports badge, or doesn't have anything like that, because for what? You're never gonna see it. Just remember that. I guess the only thing we got is manufacturer, which is OEM standards that Spoon does. They provide you this little manual with what you're gonna be doing here. And they also provide you a new gasket, but this is a throttle body gasket that they're providing, and this is the actual unit itself. It's been bored out, as you can tell, compared to stock, and once we pull it out, we'll go ahead and match both of them up. But they do send it packaged up really nice. Comes in this here, as Spoon normally does. They always give you some nice packaging. Yeah, it's pretty much the tutorial for this. There's nothing really much to show. And remember, if you don't have a tune and you don't have all that, you can still put this thing on. It's not gonna set off any codes or anything, because remember, all what we're doing is just introducing more air into the car through the charge pipe. It's all pretty much that's going on. You may not even feel it. So we may have spent a bunch of money on something we're not gonna feel, but it will be beneficial later on down the road with the plans we have for the FK8.
So I didn't do anything, but Morris, he took the stock intake out, and then we did the battery tray, the charge pipe elbow, and then now basically these are coolant hose clamps. So because the throttle body has coolant in it, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna clamp it.
Genius.
Right. So what we're gonna do is basically grab the hose where the coolant is, clamp it, and then that's gonna pretty much just cut off the circulation to the throttle body, so we don't lose a lot of coolant.
Okay, so you're using a regular ratchet
with the 12, a little extension,
12 millimeter, and an extension to release, actually break the nuts on the throttle body.
So you're gonna have 4 points throughout the throttle body.
And this is nothing like the like removing the downpipe. Huh? You gotta worry about these things breaking.
No, these are all dry and they don't get the same amount of heat as downpipe would.
The sealant around it.
We're not gonna get like metal expansion compared to like a turbo to a downpipe. But since we're already here, I'm just gonna take these off by hand so I don't lose any.
Yeah, we're good at losing some in this car.
Yeah.
Y'all remember the last video.
So this one's actually different compared to the SI. They actually come with little washers.
All right, folks, so we've already gone ahead and taken all 4 of the screws that hold the throttle body in place. What Lewis is doing now is just using his fancy clamps to clamp the coolant lines that go into the throttle body so we don't get any spillage. Yeah, right? Billy, our Japanese translator here, will tell us exactly what we need to do moving forward.
It's right there.
And once we take it off, I'll go ahead and compare it, which unless you have a fucking jeweler's loop, you'll be able to understand how much this is. You're going from a stock one that's 62 millimeters to the Spoon one that's 70 millimeters. We are gonna take this off, but we'll go into that. Okay, here we go.
I mean, you're gonna
OEM stock. OEM Spoon.
do whichever one you want.
So again, 65 millimeter, 70. Butterfly is, I believe, a 62 millimeter opening to a 65 millimeter opening. You're gonna get some throttle response in here. And again, we could have gone with different manufacturers, to be honest with you. We could have gone with Blade Sports, which is half the price. I just wanted to, number one, you know, we're going with as much Spoon products as we can. And then number two, you also know that Spoon uses OEM. I can't speak for Blade. I don't know how they manufacture theirs. So far, knock on wood, anything that I bought from Spoon has not failed me at the moment. And then we got poachers here, like Lewis, straight up.
Taking out your large.
Straight up, yeah, just jacking. Remember, when you take off your throttle body here, you're gonna have to take away this little, I don't know what is, like a little protective shield or something. As you can
It's like
see.
a heat shield for the.
Careful with the little downers game.
Oh, believe me, don't even, we've already said it once in the video. We lost some sockets. Literally, dude, it took us a straight minute to find them.
Tell me why when I took my splitter apart once, I found a fucking leg one in the bottom.
Oh my god, this guy.
I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, what the hell? I'm surprised that shit didn't even melt.
Yeah, it's all fun until it gets caught in something, and then that's it.
There you go.
That's that. Okay, and then we're gonna put it back, repeat all the steps, and put it back into place. You know, we removed the charge pipe, removed the intake, battery, and if you have a strut tower bar, you remove that. You have the right kind of tools to pinch the coolant hoses. You go ahead and do that to save yourself some coolant, otherwise you let it spill out. That's your call. And when you remove everything, you break your nuts, which are what, 14 millimeter again?
Yes.
12 millimeters. And you just, again, use the right tools and you'll be fine. If you try cutting corners, that's where you're gonna run into some issues. Or again, you just buy the parts and come over here to V.C.D. and have Mauricio install them for you because Lewis is busy taking pictures of other people's products.
Okay, so this does come in your actual new set from Spoon. This is a brand new throttle body gasket. So these newer ones, the gaskets are actually integrated into the stock intake manifold. I don't even get a good eye, but it is right there. There you go. So I'm gonna get up here. There's a little lip on it, and I'm gonna grab it, take it off. Yeah,
So
it
you
does
have
have
to
it.
come
If you
back.
want to look from the top, it does have a actual indicator of which way it has to go.
The voice of reason from behind comes out. No, it doesn't. Where?
It's right here. You see it on top? There is a little small indicator right there.
We can't really see it. Sorry, folks.
Right there. So, right there. You see it? Take a little. Oh my
The little
god.
notch. Is that what you're looking at? Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it's right there. Alright, you see it? That's where it goes. Right there.
Okay. But there is no like left or right side to go on, right? So it can go either way, correct?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, so the same way you're taking it off, the same way you're putting it back in. So what I did to indicate, I used the big one for the, I used the big clamp for the actual furthest one into the block. So I'm gonna remove this one now. So that's out. Sorry, that's one coolant hose. And then I use the small one for the smaller one. So I'm gonna push this one back in. Take that out. Now basically this is installed. It does have a lip to where it's indicated to grip.
Now you just want to align it.
So make sure all these wiring goes around it. Align it with your actual intake manifold. Okay, now we're gonna grab the bolts.
You can go back to all four of your points, basically.
Yeah, basically.
And remember, this guy right here is your connection to the throttle body itself.
Hey, it's looking at the little small one right there.
The small one's for the charge pipe, right?
Yeah, I think it's for the map sensor.
There you go. And the voice of reason comes out again. Special guest. special guest today. El Mudo, yeah. Just remember, you want to take your time on this, guys, because last thing you want to do is lose something or put in the screw the wrong way and strip it, and then you're in one of those lovely positions that most people find themselves in, trying to figure out what to do at 5 o'clock after hours on a Sunday.
In your driveway.
In your driveway, yeah.
It's raining and AutoZone is closed.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, make sure this is nicely clipped in properly. We're gonna use the officially sponsored Snap-on torque wrench because a regular torque wrench wouldn't do the right job. I'm just kidding. You guys can use whatever you want.
So it's, on the paper it says 22 Newton meters?
Yes.
Let me see, let me translate that.
The voice of reason again. As you can see right here, 22 Newton meters. Torque.
So we're checking everything.
Okay, we were almost done with the install, but again, this car likes to eat. What did we lose? A bolt or a screw? What did we lose?
Yeah, just for the intake.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're just about wrapped up here. According to Spoon, again, there should be no type of flash needed, no type of anything. Just plug and play and you'll be fine. All right, moment of truth. Here we are. We're gonna turn this sucker on. See what's up. And the voice of reason again comes out of nowhere.
Get your face out of there.
Can you guys back up behind that wall, man?
Behind the yellow line, the second yellow line.
Okay. That's right.
Actually, the throttle body has to do that. So the idle's gonna be very high at first.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It's over like it's at 1100 right now. So it is a new throttle body. So the ECU is gonna relearn the throttle body right now because it's brand new. And then once everything is pretty much set and go, we're gonna drop back down to around 85.
Oh, wait.
3 weeks later.
Now, I wanted to give you guys a better response, a better type of review of what I've felt from the throttle body, not just that day that we installed it, but a few weeks later. And so far, no check engine lights. So far, everything's been tip top. The only thing that I can give you is you're gonna enjoy this part. I felt more throttle response. It just feels like the car revs up a lot faster, especially when you're at speeds. Usually when I'm going about 60 to 70 miles an hour, I can drop gear and the car just feels like it accelerates a little better. And again, remember that is due because the opening to the throttle body is a little bit bigger. Remember that the little butterfly plate that's in there opens up just a little bit more, allowing more air into the car. Now, you should get it tuned so that way you can take advantage of the fact that you're getting more air into the engine. Because remember, more air, less fuel might make the car run a little lean. I mean, I have experienced very minimal drop in my miles per gallon. But overall, I'm gonna give this a go. We've been doing a lot of things to the R lately and I just need to get all these videos out, but I do appreciate everybody watching. Again, to come full circle on the throttle body, so far miles per gallon have dropped just a tad bit. I went from about 25.9 to 25.7. It's dropped to about 24.6, give or take how hard you're going on the car. Otherwise, it's a go, folks. I'm gonna give it a go. It is a little pricey. Save up your nickels. It is going to be worth it. Again, remember, Spoon Sports uses nothing but OEM quality. I'm not knocking, let's say, Blade Sports, because they come out with some awesome products for the Type R as well. We will be coming up on some of their parts soon. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Thanks again for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and you hit the bell, so that way you're notified once we post. I'll catch you guys soon. We'll see you guys on the next one.